All right, everybody. Thank you for joining me today for Command Overview. Again, my name is Evan with Scott Leroy Marketing. Today, we're going to start by going to our Command website. It's going to be agent.kw.com. Your screen should look like this. Once you are at the screen, you're going to use your KW username and password to log in. Now, keep in mind, your username is not case sensitive. However, your password is. So be sure that your password is capitalized where it needed to be, and there's no extra spaces at the beginning or the end because that will not allow you to access your account. Now, if you see this little eyeball to the right, you can click on that and it will show you your password. So you'll know if you've accidentally maybe entered a wrong number or letter in there. If you do not know your password, you can click the forgot password option and it will allow you to enter your username and send you a password reset link to the email, the password recovery email that you have on file, which I will be showing you in just a little bit where you can find that password as well. So you can make sure that's updated in case you ever need to use that forgot password feature. So we're going to go ahead and click sign in. And this is going to take you to your command dashboard. Now your dashboard should look something like this and may look a little different, but that's not a problem. We'll be going over why it may be looking a little different in just a few moments. We're going to start over here at our top. Now at the top, you will see a few different options here, such as command. When you click this, this is just going to take you to your command section. Connect is going to bring you to a bunch of different trainings and a bunch of different learning opportunities provided either by your office or by KW, the KWRI. Now, if you have this Command MC option here, that means that you are part of leadership. And so if you don't have it, then you're just an agent, then no need to worry because you shouldn't have it. If you are part of staff and you're not seeing that you don't have this here, then you may need to reach out to your MCA to assist with getting that added for you. Moving along over here towards the right, you're going to see that you have your the marketplace little storefront icon. This is going to be your marketplace. This is where you can go to download different apps that are able to be connected with commands such as like Twilio, things like that. Now, keep in mind, some of them are paid subscriptions, some of them are free. So just make sure that you are keeping an eye on that when you go to download and connect them. Next to the little storefront, you have your bell icon. This little bell icon is going to be your notifications. So anytime you have a notification come in, whether it's you've submitted documents to your market center to be approved, and if they send anything back from that, any tasks, things like that will show here. When you click on the bell, it's going to show you have two sections, your unread and your read. So you know any unread messages are here, and if you've already read them, you can find them on this side if you're trying to find them. You are also able to change it from all notifications to different, more specific ones you may be looking for to help filter your search. Now, the number that you see in red next to it is kind of like your phone. If you don't open a bunch of emails and that number just starts stacking up, kind of how you see it is here with us today. So that's what that number means, how many unread notifications that you currently have. Moving over here to the right, you do see that you have it should be your name with the drop down. We're going to skip that for just a second, and we're going to go to this question mark in a circle. This is going to bring you help and information tab. You have your chat with support option here. So if you ever reach out to us and you see that whatever the concern you may have or the question, if we are not able to assist you and say you may need to reach out to support, this is where you're going to go to reach out with support. They do have two different options. Once you click on it, you are able to use the live chat option. You click get in touch. You do have the live chat option, and then you also have leave a message. Leave a message just means that they'll get back to you once they get to your support ticket. And then get live chat is they're going to get with you as soon as they can as well. So you have two different options there. Now coming back over here to the top where you see your name, when you click on that, you're going to see a few things drop down. Now, if you are on a team, you should see that under other accounts, you have your team account, or it may be vice versa. Just depends if you have it set to your team account being your default. You can tell which account you are currently in by which account is shown at the top here. Moving down, you do have your referrals profile. This is going to be where you can update your information. So when other Keller Williams agents are using the referral network, they're able to find you and kind of look at all your information, your biography, any of your stats, things like that are going to show there for them. So you might want to make sure that this information is shown correctly, which I'll show you what all of that looks like later on when we go to the referral section. You have my profile, which we're going to go ahead and dive into my profile. So under your My Profile, you're going to see that it automatically takes you to this page where it shows the public facing information about you. So again, this is going to be any information that is public facing, except for this is not where the information pulls from for your website. So I will be showing you that as well, where that information pulls from. So you see over here on the right, you see display my profile on KW.com. If you have this toggled to no, that means that this information is not currently being shown. You can just simply click on it and it will switch it back over to yes. Scrolling through your My Profile, you see things like your name, photo, and biography. You also should see some more information such as your license number and how contact information, how your clients and colleagues can reach you. Your real estate license number or information, if it has like your expiration date under it, that information can only be updated by your MCA at your market center. So if you see that information is not correct, sometimes whenever MCAs are inputting new agents, things like that, the expiration date may be a little skewed from what actual is the expiration on your license. So just simply reach out to your MCA and they should be able to get that updated for you. Scrolling down over here on the left-hand side, we're going to go ahead and click on My KW. Now, under this section, this is going to be the internal information about you. Nobody can see this information except for your market center staff. So things like your KWRI, a lot of times when registering for like events with KW, it may ask for that number. You can find it here under your My KW section. You have your KW email address here. If you don't see KW email address, and I think it's just like a couple dash lines, then that means you don't currently have a KW email account registered with you. So you can click on manage your KW email and you can set up that way. You're also able to click this manage your KW email if you need to update your email password, things like that. You just click on this and it's going to open a new page. You also have your login credentials down here. So your username and password, if you need to edit those or you'd like to edit those, you can click edit to edit the username and reset your password by using this link here. And this is where your password recovery email is. So if you need to update that, you can click on this edit button as well. Keep in mind, this is, if you have to use that forgot password feature, this is the email that it's going to send that to. And scrolling down, you have some more personal information about you. So home phone numbers, your KW Communications email, basically where you prefer to receive any official KW communications. That's going to be this email address here. And you have other things such as your beneficiary, profit share information, your sponsor, and primary market center. This is a new feature that they came out with. So if you are part of more than one market center, this is going to basically just kind of divide or show where you want these fees to be taken from. So if you want to come from one market center versus the other, or you could split them, however you wanted to do that. And I'm not 100% sure if market centers are using this feature currently, but it's probably always a good idea to make sure that that is set just in case, so you don't have any hiccups later on down the line. Now over here on the left, you can also see too, as we were scrolling, that whenever you go to the next section, it's going to automatically bring you down here on the next section as well. So you can either click on them as you go, or you can just scroll through it. Down here under my affiliations, you're going to see MLS listings. This is going to have your MLS information. If you do not have your MLS information on here added to your account yet, again, your MCA is going to be the one that can add that for you. This just makes sure that your listings are able to be pulled into command, and they'll show up under the listings tab, which I will go over and show you in a bit as well. Underneath the listings, you should see all of the market centers that you are currently a part of. If you are switched from one market center to another, you're in that transition process, you may see more than one. Or if you are part of more than one market center, again, you'll see both of them here. When you click on them, it'll have things like your split, your commission split. It'll have just a little bit more information about your agent role with the office as well. So just kind of good to know, see what that is showing. We're going to go back to our command home so we can go back to this drop down. Next, we're going to go ahead and go to the settings section. Now, when you click on settings, this is going to bring you to your settings dashboard. Basically, this is all the different apps or accounts that are connected with your command currently, or some of them that are defaulted with the office. So you have things like your DocuSign, .loop, some of your Facebook connections are held here as well. You have the name of the application is going to show over here on the left-hand side. You have what the application is, as well as the email address that is currently used for that account. As you can see, doesn't show the whole email. So if you have the same email but at kw.com or at gmail.com, you may need to make sure that you know which one's connected. You do see here the status of whether or not the account is currently connected. And then on the right-hand side, you do have the option to manage them or remove the accounts or connect the accounts, things like that. We're going to go ahead and scroll down, and we're going to go to this command email section, and we're going to click on manage. Now, this is the section where you're able to configure your email. So these are going to show you whenever you send like a smart plan out to people in your database through command, this is going to be the name that's shown from the sender. So when they receive the email, it's going to show this name right here, and it's going to show this is the reply to email. Sometimes when when you're a new agent and this account, your command account is set up, it's going to show some wonky email address with like some random numbers and letters and stuff. A lot of times clients don't know who that's from when they see that email, so they think it's like a spam and they spam it. And now KW is kind of not punishing, but getting people in trouble for when they get a lot of spammed emails. So what happens is you see here this green bar at the top, it says email health status currently is good. There will be, if there's a certain percentage of emails you get sent that you send out are spammed, this can change to yellow, which is like a warning. And then if it turns red, you're basically going to be put on suspension for like 4 weeks. You're not going to be able to send any campaigns or smart plans out. And you're going to have to, I believe it's either take a test or watch a video. I forget which one it is, but there will be a link that shows on here that you will have to follow in order to be able to use that feature again. So to be unsuspended from being able to use those features. So make sure you keep an eye on that. Make sure that information is correct and up to date so you can avoid any of those problems. Now, right here in this section as well, you can also see the monthly account usage. Command allows for 5,000 emails a month that are free for you to use. If you have a big database and you do a lot of emailing through command, you may need to upgrade that, this is one of the areas that you're able to purchase more emails through here. Just keep in mind, whatever changes you make sure you click save changes so those actually stick too. All right, over here on the left-hand side, you're going to see a bunch of different settings throughout command. You have some general settings, so default account. You're able to change if you want your team account to be the default account when you log in. You're also able to go to your contacts from here. So a lot of times when people try to delete contacts, they archive them and they think that they're deleted because they no longer see them in their database. They are not deleted. This is where you'll be able to find them in the contact archive. So if you try to say you messed up and you needed to edit it, so you archived it, you would not be able to re-add that contact because it's going to tell you that you already have someone in your database with that email address or that phone number. Well, it's because it's going to be sitting in the archive. So make sure you go through your archive, delete what needs to be permanently deleted if you're going to re-add, things like that. We also have going down opportunity settings, so client updates, opportunity tags, a lot of different things here for those as well. We're actually going to go to connect settings now, and we're going to click on marketing profile. Now, this is the section where the information on your agent website pulls from. So if you're wanting to update anything, say your biography that's shown on your website, things like that, this is where you're going to come to do that. Phone numbers, your license number, this is all going to be from here. Now you do see that we have this toggle option on the right. Sometimes offices get a brand new agent if you're switching from one brokerage to another, but your previous brokerage doesn't know you're leaving yet, but you want to get set up with KW during this transition. A lot of times we'll make sure that this is shut off, so that way if nobody is online is able to see your agent website, anything like that. So if you are wanting this to be turned off, make sure that you select this to where this green light is not showing. Or if you want to obviously viewed, make sure that this green light is showing. Now, while we go through these, some of these you'll see a red little asterisk or star next to it. That means that this is a required field. So your photo, even if you don't want to use your headshot, if you have a team logo or if you have like a simple KW logo you would like to use, we suggest adding that here. Keep in mind there is a recommended size for pictures as well. This is so the picture is not distorted, kind of like funhouse mirrors, because they will either make you look really tall and skinny or short and stout. So just make sure that they are to a certain size. You can also send us your headshot along with your KW username and password. You can email those over to us, and we'd be more than happy to get that updated for you. Under team logo, as you can see, this is not a required field, but we do highly suggest having something in this image box. The reason for that, because when you send out like campaigns, things like that, in the bottom, it will have a kind of like a footer, and there's going to be two image boxes on that footer. One's going to be for your photo and one's going to be for this team logo. If you do not have an image here, it's going to show as a broken image. So it's kind of best to just put like a simple KW logo like we have. If you have a team logo, anything like that, we can add that here as well. And unfortunately, there is no way to remove that broken image on the email campaigns, smart plans that go out. So we've tried to remove it. We just can't. So under my details, this is just going to be information about you, your license number, your name, any team. If you're not on a team, we do kind of suggest putting like how we have Team Scott Leroy. This is just, again, so what shows at the top, it's not just going to be like Scott Leroy or anything like that. If you have a team name, feel free to put it there. There are affiliation sections here. If you have any military affiliation, you can select those from here. There's also just supporter patriot. If you are a proud supporter of the military and you want to have that on your website, you can put that here as well. Your bio section, as you can see that this is a required field. If you do not have a bio currently set up or you're still working on what you want your bio to say, we suggest just putting a period in this box so that way you can save the screen and move on, and you can always come back to that later. Scrolling down, you do have your market center information here, your market center logo, the name, phone number, all that information can be found here because this will reflect on your website as well. And then you also have your legal footer links. If your office has any things that they require or they want, you can put them here. As well as like any compliance things. So some states require more compliance than others. Some cities, counties, stuff like that do as well. So We typically handle all of that during when we set up agents or your market center. If you feel something's missing or something's incorrect, you can reach out to us or your market center. We'll be more than happy to take a look at this for you. And then down here, you do have all of your social media links. Keep in mind, these are just links for people to click on to view your social media. This is not setting up how to do any like paid ads for your social media. You'd have to do that through your settings where I showed you a little bit ago. And once you have everything set up, you can go ahead and make sure you click save so it reflects onto your account. Keep in mind, it can take up to about 2 hours for it to actually reflect over onto your website. So if you don't see it right away, just hang tight. It should update. Sometimes it doesn't, so feel free to reach out to us. We'll take a look if we need to. All right, we're gonna go ahead and go back to our homepage. All right, so back on the dashboard here, you're gonna see, again, our dashboards may look a little different, and that's because the dashboard is customizable. So you have all of these different widgets. You can customize by clicking on this customize option on the top right. You see over here that you have the options to select which widgets you would like shown, and then you can arrange them over here on the right-hand side. Once you get them to a place where you kind of like how they look and the accessibility of them, you can click apply at the bottom and it will update them here. You have your database health widget. This shows you basically your database health score. So how many phone numbers you have associated with your database. So ours currently, we have like 42% of our database has a phone number attached with it. And like 78% of ours have an email address. So just things like that, so you can see where you're at, where you may need to get some more information from your database to improve those scores a little bit. Over here, you do have some resources from your market center. So anything that may be coming up, things that they post for the office, typically will show here. Keep in mind, this is a newer feature. So some market centers may not quite use this feature yet. So if you are seeing that there's nothing here, that's most likely because they don't plug it into KW Connect yet. So just make sure you're aware with your market center of how they relay information for the office calendar, events, things like that in classes. So that way you don't miss anything. So and if you are part of more than one market center, you can click this drop down and you can switch the market center view here. So I'll show you, like, I don't think, yeah, this market center doesn't look to have anything that they may not use this yet. So it will look like this if they're not using it currently. Next, you have your tasks. So this is just going to show you any tasks that you have coming due, past due, things like that. You are able to create a task straight from here as well. If you want to stay in the know with what's going on with Command and KW and things like that, you have your product updates. So this will show you what's new this week and any last week's updates as well. You can also change it from what's new to what's next. Basically, it's going to bring you to a quarterly breakdown of what they have. So right now they just have the first and second quarter set up. But you can see like things that are expected to come out. So this is pretty cool. Command Mobile version 2.5. So that's going to be cool. Nice updates to that. So you can kind of keep an eye with everything here. Next, we have our goals. If you have set up your goals through Command, you'll be able to see that breakdown here. If you have not, I will be showing you where you can find that in just a bit. So hang tight and I'll show you where you can set that up. You do have most active contacts section here. Most of our contacts are just dummy accounts for training purposes. But if you have more active contacts in your database, this is where you'll be able to see those here. You have your My Profit Share section, which your profit share section is going to just show you who your sponsor is, if their profile image that they have in their account should show here, and then you, and then anybody that you have in your downline. So basically keeping a track on what's going on with your downline, things like that kind of helps motivate you to grow it a little bit. So that's pretty cool. You have recent leads. So any leads that have come in. So from like the KW website or the app, you'll see that it's right below the name, so you know where they came from. This circle with the check mark means that they registered an account with your agent site or app. So that way you can track their information as well. So, or what they're doing. If they're viewing properties, liking them, it's going to show under their contact card. So I'll show you where you can find that too. You can also see how many days ago these came in, and you're able to unmark as lead, or you can add them to a smart plan straight from this little widget. So that's pretty nice. And last, you have your notepad. If you just need to jot down a quick note, you can do so just by simply clicking in this box and start typing. All right, so over here on the left, these are all a bunch of different little widgets that on the toolbar that little widgets of the different areas that Command has for you. So if you'd like to expand them, you can click on this KW in the red, and this is going to pop out all of the different sections. So the home section is just going to take you to your Command dashboard, and then you have your contact section, which we're going to go ahead and dive into there. Let me go ahead and turn off these filters real quick. There we go. All right, so this is your contact, your database, your contact section of Command. You're going to see here at the top, you do have the search bar where you're able to search through your contacts. If you want to search by name, first or last, email or address, or you can simply check the everything and it'll search through all of it. You do have your filters option as well. If you have a big database and you're wanting to find a contact a certain way, you can do so by filtering. You can do contacts only or leads. You can also search by tags. There's a bunch of different options, obviously, of where you can filter for your contacts. And there's also an advanced filter option as well. If you find yourself constantly using the same filter option to find contacts, you are able to create what's called a smart view. So smart view is essentially just a saved filter search. So all you have to do is click on that, you create a smart view, and then you're able to just click on that and it'll pull up all of those filters that you have saved for that smart view. Over here on the top right, you do have your import option. If you're wanting to upload a large file database to your Command account, you can do so by clicking import. If you have a CSV, you're able to just drag and drop it over and then follow the steps along, or you can download the template that is provided by KW and plug in the information that way. I will be honest, most agents will probably tell you that import is not the easiest feature to use in Command. It can be very tricky. So if you like, and if you don't want to mess around with it too much, feel free to send us the file and your username and password. We'll be more than happy to get it added for you. We'll reformat it. We'll send it back to you for approval. And once you send us back, hey, yep, go ahead and import it, we'll get it added for you. So we'll take that stress away as well. If you're just looking to add a single contact or two, you can click on Add Contacts. This is going to allow you to add one contact at a time. In doing so this way, you have a lot of different options of information that you can add. Oops, I don't know why I keep doing this. Sorry. A lot of different information of contact information that you can add. The only thing that is required to add a contact is the name. So if you just want to put a person's name and their phone number, you're more than able to do so. It doesn't require hardly any information. And as you see that there's a lot of different things you can input. You can also select if it's the lead type where it's come from. So if it's a lead from like a marketing campaign, or if it's a lead from one of your other contacts in your database, you can select that as well. And you do have your tag options down here to add the tag, create the tag for this contact, whatever you may need to do with the tags. You have add more information, and that's going to give you a few more different drop downs. So you have all of this extra information that you can input about, so birthdays, home anniversaries, and you can even add custom field as well. So pretty cool. It gives you a lot of options for adding information. Once you have everything entered, you can just simply click create and it will add them to your database. Now over here on the right, you do have these three dots, which are going to be your export options. So if you would like to export a copy of your contacts, just say you want to have a backup file just in case, whatever the case may be, you can do that here. Again, this just does a copy, so it does not remove them from your database. It just downloads a file for you. Whenever you export the copy of your contacts, there's a quick little message that will pop up here that'll say it's downloading the file, check your notifications. That is kind of a quick notification. So if you miss that, once you download it, click on this bell notification and it'll show you right here. Here, I'll just do a copy. I'll just do it real quick to show you. So you see exports being processed. Please refresh the page and check your notifications. If you miss that, you click on bell, it's not there, so you need to refresh your page. And then you can click on the bell icon, the notifications, and see here that your request contact export is complete, and you can download it straight from here. Let me turn this filter back off. Okay. And then also you do have your CSV and PDF exports for mailing labels here as well. Now in this little white bar right here, you're going to have some customized options for your database. You're able to customize your columns just like the widgets on the homepage. You can select all the columns you want to see, which are going to be these columns for your database. And then you can again order them how you would like. A lot of times as well, keep in mind, people may say that a certain contact doesn't have all of the tags. Well, a lot of times you just have to hover over until you see these kind of lines, and you can click and drag it over and it'll show that there are more just kind of hidden. So don't freak out if you're not seeing everything there. It may just be that the information's hidden. Moving on, you do have your different view styles. So this is kind of like, I guess would be list view. And then you have like a grid view here. The grid view is going to give you bigger spaces like this. Doesn't show you as much information. It's kind of bulky. If that's something you like to view this way, then by all means, you just click on this and that'll be the view. Or you can click back on this list and it'll pull it back this way. You do see over here as well, you do have this link and then you see these numbers. So this number on the far right is going to be the total number of contacts that you have in your database. And then this is going to be the number of contacts you're able to see at a time. So if it's only set to 10 contacts, it's going to show you 1 through 10 out of the total number. So meaning that when you go to scroll, it's only going to show you the 10 and you would have to click on the next arrow. Or you can simply change it to the max number, which is 500. And then you can just scroll through your contacts that way if you would like. Okay, so now we're going to go ahead and look at our into a contact. Let me try to find a good one for you. I think this one is. Yeah. So this is what the contact information looks like. So if you see when you see the name here, if you see this L inside the circle, that means that they are a lead. A lead can be from like your website or app, or you can also mark that lead when you're adding that contact in yourself. You can mark it as a lead and it will have this L with the circle. Here we see the check mark in green again. This means that this person registered an account on the agent website. So you're able to track their information. So you see here on the timeline, they viewed a listing. You can see that they hearted a listing, things like that. You can kind of see what they're doing on your website and app. So that's pretty cool to be able to view that information as well. You do have, again, down here, lead source. You can see where they came from. If you add neighborhoods and neighborhood information, you can see that here as well. And then you also have a breakdown of, okay, any opportunities that they're added to, smart plans, tasks, any notes that may be for this contact. If you spoke with them and you need to just jot a note down, you can do that here. And saved searches. So keep in mind, a saved search can only be created when the client, agent, whoever the contact is has a registered account with your app or website. You can just simply come into the contact and click Save Searches, and then you can create a save search here for them. All right, we're going to go ahead and move on to tasks. All right, so this is going to be your task dashboard. So you have your three sections here. It's your to-do tasks completed and archived. Basically, you can see the task name. You can see who it's assigned to, if you're on a team, things like that. And you also have the information, whether it's like past due or it's coming due today, due next 7 days, due later, or no due date set up. And then it's going to basically be the same thing for any completed tasks that you've already completed. You can see the date that it was completed. And then you have your archived, which again, it's not quite deleting them. It's just removing them out of the these two folders into its own separate folder. From each one of these sections, you can see that you do have the option to create a new task. When you create a new task, simply enter the task name. You can link it to a contact or link it to an opportunity, fill out the rest of the information, and then click create. And we're going to go ahead and go to the smart plans. Smart plans are essentially a drip campaign. A drip campaign is basically going to be a way to keep in touch with your database. It's basically a way to keep in touch with your database that is automated. So you set up a plan for 6 months, and it reaches out one time a month to your contact, and it provides either information, or it's just some sort of communication with them that you have already set up. You can do an email. If you have a Twilio account, you can set up the Twilio and connect that. So that's pretty cool as well. Real quick, guys, I'm just going to recap. If you are new joining into the Zoom, if you have any questions, feel free to drop those in the comments. We'll circle back at the end, and I'll be more than happy to answer those for you. And this is being recorded, obviously, so we'll go ahead and post this afterwards if you'd like to access this later on, the recording. All right, so we're going to actually go ahead and we're actually going to start Smart Plans section inside this library tab here. This is going to be where you can find pre-made smart plans that, whether it be KW, other agents, market centers, tech trainers, these are smart plans that other people have already made and they publish for you to be able to use. It's kind of like, why reinvent the wheel if you don't have to? So you have featured smart plans. You do also have smart plans that Keller Williams has created here. If you want to check out a smart plan, you have like a little description here. You have things like how many downloads it has and how many stars it's been rated. You can see who the author is. So Marty Miller is one that did this monthly call plan. He's a very high regarded tech trainer. He does a lot of trainings as well. He's very smart, and he does a lot of different things like this as well. You can click view steps, and this is going to break down some steps of the smart plan for you. So you can see it's 31 days, 3 steps and 1 touch. Basically, this is going to be a phone call. So it's going to say follow up with the contact's name. Once you attach it to a contact, that information will auto-populate. And then what's going to happen is 30 days, it's going to have a call. 30 days later, it's going to restart. So this is like every 30 days, it's doing the phone call. So it's actually a reminder to call them. If you like the smart plan, you can click add smart plan, and it's going to add the smart plan to your My Smart Plan section over here. Or you can do it straight from here as well. Again, there are a lot of smart plans already created. And just show you an example, you do Thanksgiving, and it's going to show you 276 Thanksgiving smart plans that have already been created for you to use, created and published. So it's pretty cool. You can just search through, view the steps, see what it has to offer. If it's something you're interested in, then you can just add it. Once you add a smart plan or create a smart plan, if you create one on your own, you're gonna be able to find it under your My Smart Plans. I'm gonna find a good smart plan to go show you real quick. Here we go. So as you can see, you have your smart plan name. You're able to click on this arrow over here on the left-hand side, and it's going to show you those steps again in case you may have forgotten. Next to it, you have contacts. So you have this little eyeball with the number next to it. This is showing you how many contacts in your database are currently on this smart plan that you have set up. You are able to click on the eye and see the actual agent I'm sorry, client that's on this smart plan. You're also able to remove them from here as well. You can search, select all, or select individually. If you're wanting to remove them, once you have them selected, you can confirm remove, or you can do remove all if you just want to remove everybody. Then it provides some more information such as when it was created, the duration, and the total number of touches. Over here on the right, you have the add contact feature as well to add more contacts to it. You're able to edit the smart plan. And then you have the three dots, which show you you can copy it if you want to create a copy. You can publish it to the library for other people to be able to download and use, or you're able to delete it. However, because there's somebody currently on the smart plan, you are not able to delete it. So everybody would have to be removed from the smart plan before you can delete it. And then up here in the top right, you do have the option to create a smart plan from scratch. If that's something you wanted to play around with and check out, you're more than welcome to. All right, moving along, we have our referral section. Referrals last week was acting up a little bit, so hopefully it's doing a little better today. Perfect. All right. So your referrals dashboard. You have your referrals overview, things like your pending invites, pending referrals received, sent. You have your network here, which gives you some option to track referrals or grow your network, things like that. You are able to send referrals straight from over here on the right, clicking on the send referral, corresponding with the agent. We're going to go ahead and just move over to my referrals. So again, this is going to be your my referrals, shows you sent, received, and it has all of these different breakdowns of whether how many pending, how many funded, expired, things like that. You are able to create a new referral. When you create a new referral, you do have a couple options. You can click find agent. This is going to take you to the map section, which I will show you the map section in just a moment. Or you're able to select an agent that's currently already in your network by simply clicking the dropdown and start typing the name. Once you have selected whether it's the agent in your network or the agent from the map, you'll just select them and then continue filling out the information and click send. Over here on the map, this can be a little bit tricky when you look at it like this. So there's a few different sections with the map. You have production, mark centers, my network, and referral patterns. So with production, there's a couple of different things you can do. You can simply just scroll with your mouse pad into an area, move it around, or you can click on this search map option. I'm in Atlanta, so we're going to go to Atlanta, and it's going to take you to that section. Now, the section it takes you in, this kind of looks a little crazy. You see all these numbers with these dots. Well, let's go ahead and we'll scroll down into the Midtown area. Now, as you scroll, you see it's going to load. It's going to populate some results for you. We're going to keep on going. All right, so now you can see that this has changed to a bunch of little red dots. So basically, these dots are transactions that have happened in this area with Keller Williams agents. So let's see if I can find. I'm going to zoom in a little bit more, try to break it down a little bit. Oh, there we go. So whenever you're moving over these red dots, you can see that over here on the right, you see this agent turns red. That means that that agent is the one that did that transaction. You can see the results for this specific area. If you're looking in this area for a referral agent, say you have your clients wanting to move to this area and you just kind of want somebody who has been in this area, knows what they're doing, you're able to check out what's happened in this area. So over here, you can click on this little arrow drop down, and you're going to see all about this agent and their information. So their email, their phone number, their stats, so you can see how many closed units in this area, how many closed units altogether, things like that. You are also able to send the referral straight from this button, or you can add them to your referral network here as well. You are also able to filter these search results. So if you want, say, closed units, you want them to at least, the agent to have at least 2 closed units in order to send them a referral, you can change that, click apply, and that's going to filter out everybody that hasn't had at least 2. Now we're going to go, I'm going to remove this real quick. And then we're going to go ahead and switch from production to market centers. If you know of a market center in an area that you're wanting to send referrals to, just zoom out real quick. Okay, you're able to find the market center, and then you'll be able to see the agents. So this market center, Atlanta Perimeter East. When you click on it, you're going to be able to see there's 311 agents on the roster, and you're able to search through those agents. Again, you can track their information by clicking the down arrow, and see their information, their stats, and you can also filter these results as well from that roster. You can also go to My Network. This is going to show you all of the agents that are in your referral network currently. When you zoom out, you'll start seeing them pop up all over the place. And so you can search your network that way as well. Again, the same thing with the same drop downs. Because they're already in your network, you don't have the add button, but you are able to filter them the same way as well. And then the referral patterns just kind of shows the referrals where they originate, where they're being sent to. So you can see that, most of them are originating from Austin to other places. So this section doesn't really get used that much. So. All right, and then over here, the next section is just My Network. This is, again, just the breakdown of everybody that's in your referral network. Moving on to opportunities. All right, so opportunities is your pipeline. This is, transactions you currently have going on. Whenever you click on opportunities, if you are part of a team, keep in mind that it does automatically default to your team account. So if you're looking for your personal pipeline, you just need to click on your name. If you're not on a team, it should automatically default to that personal account. You can see here that you have your listing sections, your buyer section, your lease, and then you have at the bottom some statistic breakdown of each one of these sections as well. So you can also see here that you do have your listings, your pipeline stages. So you are able to change the name of these, but instead of appointment, active, under contract, if you wanted to add, remove, or rename them, you are able to do that. You do have some GCI information over here on the right. That number sometimes may change a little bit as you move them through the stage, update the information. And this is all helpful with the goal tracking. So making sure you move these through the pipeline, things like that is kind of important as far as going for reporting your goals. So when you click on the section under the pipeline, this is going to show you how many different opportunities that you have currently in that section. So you see cultivate, how many are in appointment, active, things like that. You can also move it just from clicking and holding it and dragging it to where you're wanting it to go. And you see down here it says opportunity has been updated. And you can also move it to other sections as well. So now this is going to be in the pre-listing active section. You can click create opportunity straight from here as well. When you create an opportunity, make sure if you are a part of multiple market centers, this drop down that says market center has this correct market center selected. If you create an opportunity under the wrong market center, you are not able to transfer one opportunity from one market center to another. You will have to recreate that opportunity. So just be careful you're selecting the right market center for the opportunity. Basically, you're just going to want to make sure too, you're going to go through and make sure everything's correct and added in here, and then click create, and it will create that opportunity. So we're actually going to go back real quick to the pipelines. And then we're going to go to all opportunities. This is going to be all of the opportunities that have been created, whether it's under your team account, your personal account, things like that. And we're going to go ahead and click on, we'll use this one. So this is going to provide you your opportunity overview kind of. So it has your details here. So any key information down here, again, it has ownership. So it shows you the market center that this is associated with, things like that, property information. You have your document section where you're going to be able to upload documents corresponding with this opportunity. Keep in mind that there is going to be some required documents and some conditional. If you have any questions, more information about this, we are able to help assist you with setting up your DocuSign account, connecting it, showing you how to make the transition from Command into DocuSign to get those form signs and pull them back in. We do have some great videos on our YouTube page, or we'll be more than happy to assist you if you wanted to send us an email. All right, going into campaigns. Campaigns are going to be a great resource for you to use to do things like send direct mailers to marketing neighborhoods. You can do paid ads straight from Command as well, social posts or emails. Your your campaigns dashboard here. This is going to just give you some quick post ideas. It's going to also have some tips and training for you. You can also see things such as your paid ad quick start. When you click on the quick start, it's going to take you to open up another page, and it's going to take you to the campaign section. Now, if you've been with KW for a while and you've used campaigns before, you may notice that this is not the same as it used to be. This is the new version, how they do it. It's a little bit more updated, a little more streamlined. You can see here that you do have all of your paid advertising options, from listings, multi-listings, attracting sellers. And then you can see what you're able to post them to. So Facebook and Instagram. And if you like using TikTok, you're able to now do non-listing video uploads for TikTok. So that is a pretty cool feature, keeping up with the times. And then you do have other things for your paid ads in here. So you do have any programs that you may have set up that have gone out. You'll see that program information, how much money was spent on it as well. So you can keep track of your budgeting from here also. We're going to go back. All right, so this is going to be the paid ad section. You'll be able to see too, under each one of these sections, you'll have the create campaign option. Whenever you go to create a campaign, it's going to give you the 4 options of, again, paid ads, emails, direct mail, or social posts. So make sure that you're correlating what you're wanting to do with the right section, or else you may get lost and confused in there. So paid ads, again, you have some helpful links that'll take you into the paid ads section. Emails, this is going to give you a little bit of an overview of your emails, what's going on with your emails. So how many emails you've mailed on the last 30 days, how many people received them, opened and clicked. If you need to upgrade your account again and purchase more emails because you're about to exceed your 5,000 limit for the month, you can do so here. You have your direct mail. Direct mail again is you create a design for a postcard, and then you pay for it and you submit it here. It's going to go to a third party company. They're going to print it off and send it out to that neighborhood that you're targeting. So that's pretty awesome as well. And then you also have social post, which social post you can select the date to create a social media post, and it'll send it out on that date for you. All right, reports. It'll be a little slow, sorry. Let me try refreshing it. Well, we'll skip the dashboard and we'll come back. Let's go to, well, looks like reports may not be working today. Okay, well, with the report section, it does kind of gives you a breakdown. You have your opportunities report, your goals report, and your database report. Again, it's just showing, these will just show you what's going on with, your database, your goals, or, oh, there it goes, just a little slow today. So it'll show you things like for under opportunities, how many opportunities you have been set up. And it'll break down your probable income, potential, and commission, things like that here. You can also switch it to your database report. Again, this is just going to be your database health score. It's going to show you all that information broken down. Your goals. If you have not set up your goals for the year and you would like to, this is where you would do so by clicking goal settings, and following that, setting up all the goals that you're wanting to see for yourself. You are able to, if you have like a prior year goal set up, you are able to click and view that over here. Lead routing, if you are on a team, any leads that come in, you're able to manage those leads through this lead routing section here. Your email section, this kind of gives a more breakdown of versus just who's opened, who's replied, who's clicked on it. You can see how many were delivered, how many were not delivered, if anybody's unsubscribed. Now keep in mind, if you send a smart plan and somebody's unsubscribed from your smart plan, that information will go here. But if you do not remove them from your database, it will not send to that person again. So keep that in mind. But it is nice to know if somebody unsubscribes, you can click on view details and it'll show that information. It'll look something like this. When you click on it, it'll show the email address, it'll show if it was a smart plan or campaign, and it'll show the email subject of what the section is about. So if they unsubscribe, it means they unsubscribed from that because of that email. So again, you can see your account usage up here. You can see the delivery and engagement. And then you have the reputation metrics. Again, this is what, if somebody marks as spam, this is where you can see the percentage where it's at, how many were sent, how many were marked as spam from here. And you can also select if you want to just see from smart plans or campaigns. And you can also see what month, if say January, you want to see how many people unsubscribed from any marketing you did. You can click on January and see. So you can see here too that smart plans are orange and other are blue. I'm not 100% on what other may be, to be honest. And campaigns would be purple. And then texting calls. If you have Twilio associated with your account, connected with your account, your text information and things like that that get sent out will show here. So this will be where you can find the statistics for all that also. All right, designs. Designs is kind of like Command's version of Canva. If you do use Canva for your designs, you're able to download them and then import them here. You can also create your design by clicking Create Design and then selecting which type of design, if it's going to be something you want to print out for flyers, post on social media, email out, whatever the case may be. I'm gonna show you real quick. Print, when you go to create the design, it is going to have a lot of different templates for you to use, which is very easy, convenient for agents. You see here the template section, you have all of these different template options. So if it's a listing, say for sale, there's gonna be 161 for sale different templates you can use to add your information in. So that's pretty awesome. You can have your assets as well, where you can pre-upload images of yourself that you want to use for your flyers, things like that. Definitely check that out. We have a video and we teach classes on this. I highly recommend doing a designs class so you can learn how to create some great marketing. Okay, listings. This is where when you connect your MLS information, you're able to pull over your listings. We obviously don't have anything going on with that, but this is where it would show. You're also able to search just like you kind of would a regular MLS. Let's see, we just type in 123 and see what comes up for us. So you see all these different things associated with 123. You're able to click on it and it's going to give you all this different information. So that's pretty nifty. And then last, we have our consumer section. This is going to be kind of like more like back end website stuff, settings for you. So if you click on the consumer and it does not look like this, don't fret, it's okay. It's probably just that you're still rocking with the old website and not the new updated version. Just keep in mind that we've been hearing talks about KW is going to kind of force update everyone's account that has not already done it at some point. We haven't heard of when, anything like that. So just be aware of that. We do have some great videos on our website, and we can also email them to you if you email us a request of things to do before you update. So if you have any bunch of pre-created landing pages, things like that, it'll show you how to save those, and so that way you can still utilize them. So scrolling down here, you have your website settings. This is your domain. So if this is what people will type into the URL to find your website. So if you wanted to make that change, you could just click in here and start typing to what you would like and click Save Changes. Again, keep in mind this is going to change your URL, so don't make it anything crazy, but you're able to update it from here. You have preferences here. So if you want to display Keller Home Loans covered or display neighborhoods on the site, you can enable those here. And then you have forced registration, which is kind of a cool thing. Forced registration is basically if you have somebody that is found your website, they're not in your database or anything, but they're just scrolling through looking at properties. This will allow them to view a certain number of properties before it makes them register an account with your website. So when they have to register an account with your website, again, that information is going to save into your database automatically. And then once they start viewing properties and liking properties, you'll be able to see that in that timeline in their contacts as well. So this makes them register an account, which is kind of cool. Then you do also have the edit my website. This is like taking a deep dive back end into the website. So if you are part of a team and you have already set up your team website, which a lot of people don't realize, KW now released the personal websites and a team website. So they're two separate ones instead of having to use the same one. If that has already been set up, you can click on your name here and then you'll see your team name. And when you click on it, it's going to switch over to your team information. So that's one great way to keep those two separated. But we're going to switch back to the personal account. So you have your quick start options here for like blog posts, landing pages, or custom page. You can see down here your default pages, so like your home page, about, and the blog. Any custom pages you have created, the links will show here. You can see we've done quite a few. And then any custom landing pages are going to show at the bottom. And again, it's going to be the same layout for the team website, and if you have not seen the new team websites, they look just like the regular websites. just like the regular personal websites. So it still has the name up here, it just has the dream team, and then it has all the other information on it. So that's pretty cool. She's the rainmaker on the team, Scott's dream team, so that's why she's there. All right, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and end the recording.